Hello, bro. Good evening. So this is my story. My name is Fredrick Omondi Ouma. I came to TZ in 2016. I was invited here by a boss called Zachariah Hanspo. If you Google him up, you'll see him. He passed on last year. I used to work as the HR manager at the Great Rift Valley Lodge in Naivasha. I worked with the late Ruben Kiritu. That's where my boss and I met. So he brought me here. He was doing a hotel development. And akaniambia, you just come here, have a look at it. You know how we can recruit, because Kenyans, we are known to run like hotel business. Yani most of the guys here, hotel guys managers are Kenyans. So he told me, you know what, just come, have a look at it, see how you can put together a good team. So I came, I put together the team. I came here, the hotel was being developed. Unfortunately, I think this guy had overestimated his abilities. So when I came here, the project kept dragging, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Now, 2021, things happened. Now, it was Corona, everybody was very careful. But then in August last year, on the 10th of August, something happened, and he told me, he basically the son of the boss passed away. He had an accident while he was riding a bicycle one evening on the 10th of August. On the 14th of August, we're having his burial in church. The boss said he was not feeling well. That's Zachariah Hanspo. He left the church, got into his Range Rover, drove back to Dar, and he fell ill. He said it was Corona. He was taken to the ICU. His elder brother was also, like my director also, he also fell ill. After like a week, he was also told he was diagnosed with COVID. And both of them died 1 week apart. That is in September, on the 10th and 18th, respectively. Now that's where the drama began. Kidogo nikasikia, you know what, kuna vitu ambazo zinapotea construction site. I said, but I'm not even involved in the construction site. I'm a HR. Wewe, you must know what is happening. Now, the person who was saying all this was like a black sheep in the family. Since 2016, when I got involved in the project, he always looked at me like, it's like he felt like nimekuja nikachukua his cash. Like I came and took his spotlight from him. Spotlight became me. Mind you, that my boss had given me a car. He had given me a good life. I used to fly back. I felt a good life. So now, because his elder brothers, both of them had passed on, and the firstborn son had also passed on, basically he became the king. Now he turned his spotlight on me, said, this guy has stolen some stuff. So I told the project manager, who's the architect, mbona naambiwa nimeiba vitu? He says, Fred, this guy is in mourning, achana naye. We kama vipi, tafuta maisha yako. Unfortunately, in the same building where the hotel was supposed to be located, pale chini, there were some shop fronts. So I told the boss, hey boss, can I use this shop front? Can I put up a pharmacy? So because I come from Mombasa, I decided, you know what, why don't we call this pharmacy Bamburi Pharmaceutical Limited? So nikafungua pharmacy, kaita Bamburi Pharmaceutical Limited. I used like 1.5 million. I even have the transaction receipt where I withdrew money from my bank account in Credit Bank Kenya, and I brought the money there. I have all the transfer records. So now I told the boss, I can't be betting on your salary every day. You can die. Funny, I told him that story, and then he died that same year. So this guy took the pharmacy. He said, you are using our money to build it. So I came to Dar now. That was everything there was in Iringa. These guys come from Iringa. Iringa ndio kama Ocha kwao. It's 500 kilometers from Dar. So I come to Dar, I look for a job. I get a a company called Usangu Logistics Limited. It is a HR company. It's a logistics company, sorry. I was a HR manager. So after I was being paid $2,750, at least I said, okay, hapa nitajitegea. At that time, back in KE, my wife and my daughter, we are being evicted. So even I told my wife, niaje, you kimbia court and you tell that you get an order, an emergency order that we should not be evicted and our things should not be auctioned. Akakimbia, akapata order, and we're allowed to move out under court order with police escort. Tukatoka kwa nyumba, but we had to forfeit our deposit. So back in TZ, nimetafuta job nyingine. I'm being paid $2,750 per month now. I'm the HR. After about 2 months, that's on the 3rd of February, one day in the morning, cops come, a big battalion of Tanzania cops come where I'm working. Nikaambia this, and they're with the brother of this guy, the late directors. Wakasema, wewe umetuibia about 225 million Kenya shillings, 500 million TZS. I said, Mimi, yeah, my boss calls them. My director, the Arab guy, calls them and says, my new director says, hey, I don't think this guy is a thief. I've not known him for that long, but I don't think he's a thief. Fanya hivi, nyinyi mnamdai shilingi ngapi? Kama ni mambo na notice period, abandon kazi bila kutoa notice, we can't pay that notice period. He said, no, this guy has stolen a lot of money from us. This guy is a thug. So they pick me up, they take me to cop station, which is nearby. Then the cops tell them, this guy is wanted in Iringa. His OB number is in Iringa. Now it is said, where your OB number comes from, you have to be taken to that jurisdiction. So I say, but then the person who's supposed to transport you is the complainant. So the complainant says, I don't have any money to transport this guy. Kama vipi wewe subiri gava. So I said, gava, one of the cops comes and tells me, ukisubiri gava to pay for you transport with police escort, utasubiri. You can stay here even in a couple of years. And this is a police cell. Fanya hivi kama uko na doo jilipie. So I fuel my car and then I pay the cop like 35,000 Kenya shillings. Tuka transported back to TZ. Unfortunately, at that time there was a lady here in TZ who was expectant for me. So she was always running around, we were together, we've been together for a while. So I was taken to Iringa. In Iringa, I remember I stayed in Dar es Salaam police station for 7 days. Tabata, in an area called Tabata. And then I was taken to Iringa. Iringa, I stayed another 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, nimekaa kule, these cops come and interrogate me. Interrogation, nimeskiza, yeah, they're like, okay, so you used to take some money from the director. I show evidence. Oh, they dropped that case of obtaining money by false pretense. They come up with a new case. I'm still in police cell. Meanwhile, they've taken my passport, which is not allowed. You have to get a court order for you to seize for anybody's passport, even in Kenya. They take my passport after putting me inside, which is armed robbery. And then after that, wakaniutafuta case nyingine. Eventually, I make a lot of noise. So they were left with two options. Either set me free or take me to court. So they decided to come up with a case of kuna vitu zimbe zimepotea, kuna vitu ambazo zimeibiwa. So I said, no problem. They take me to court. While I'm in court, when they take me to court, that's 1 month of police cell lockup. When they take me to court, they say you need to post bail of about $250,000. In 12, yeah, 250,000, 25 million. Nikaangalia, nikasema, guys, for CCM, this is the only two chamas here, CCM and Chadema. So you need someone who's a bit of a rebel to help you in Tanzania to post bail for you. Otherwise, everyone is pro-government. So nikatafuta watu wa Chadema hapa. There was a local aspirant, but it was in Chadema. Nikamtafuta, nikamwambia bwana, sikiza my story. He's like, you know what? Nitakuwekea bond. Akaniwekea bond, akaniwekea nyumba yake kama bond. But then the prosecution says we need 1 month to verify this bond. The land's office is literally 20 meters away from the court, but they're asking for a month. The judge says, no, 1 month is too long. Say, can you give me given a week? Jaji akakubali, nikaswekwa ndani, now in prison now. In Iringa means, Iringa is like Timboroa or Lemuru. It's very cold. It goes up to 0 degrees or even 4 degrees normally during July. So I was taken into prison. Now that is sometime now in March. Nikaingizwa ndani prison 1 week. After 1 week, finally they were like, but we verified. The judge akasema we kaa nje. But then they asked for another order. Skiza, wewe usitoke out of Iringa municipality. Remember, my house is in Dar. My work is in Dar. So they say usitoke nje municipality hapa. So I was staying in hotels in Iringa and waiting for the next court session. I go attend court. They say upelelezi hujakamilika, investigation is not complete. I go, upelelezi hujakamilika. I go, upelelezi hujakamilika. Meanwhile, my wife, she's unemployed. She's in Dar. She's struggling. Finally, I told the court, this lady, I think there's a problem with the baby. Wakaniambia, okay, sir, you go check on the baby, because there were scans or even doctors from the prenatal clinic. Wakanipatia, the judge, magistrate akanipatia conditional release, go to Dar. When I get to Dar, I've been fired from my job. And my wife, nikampeleka OC, they say there's a problem with the baby. So finally, we will go to the hospital. Remember, I don't have a job at that point. We are told to fanyiwe CS because there's a problem with the baby. There's something wrong with the baby. Tukafanyiwa CS. Kufanyiwa CS, tukaambiwa this baby has a problem. She's like has Down syndrome. She has club feet, club hands. She went poo-pooed in her stomach, in the mom's womb. So akaingizwa ICU. We're in ICU for the next 48 days. The baby was alive for 48 days, and we were in ICU for 41 days of those 48 days. We were in ICU. So we were transferred from that hospital. The hospital is called Rabinisia Hospital to Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute. That is where Magufuli had passed away last year, but we were there in the ICU department. We fought. The bill kept escalating. It hit up to 14 million, which is like roughly 700,000 Kenya shillings. Now, do you know who was helping me even foot that bill? The widow of my late director. She came and said, young man, I know you are innocent. My husband only used to sing praise about you. Lakini, yeah, mi siwezi kusaidia. That's my brother-in-law. Lakini, he has a grudge. In fact, mi na yeye tuko na kesi ya inheritance ya my husband's property. Lakini, I will help you where I can. Naweza kuongea na wasee, wakakusaidia. So she used to chip in where she can, you know. Eventually, in fact, the brother discovered that she was helping me and she was also cut off. She and her son, the firstborn son of the late director, all the family was cut off because of helping me. Meanwhile, the case keeps dragging on. We tukienda mahakamani, tunaambiwa upelelezi hujakamilika, investigations are not complete. And Tanzania is not like Kenya. They can just keep dragging it forever. Even up to 11 years. There's a Kenyan who's been in prison, who's been told investigations were completed for 11 years. Now, eventually I go to the embassy, Kenyan embassy, and I complain in Dar es Salaam. Embassy wakaandikia barua, the PS of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Tanzania. PS akaiangalia barua, akaongea na watu wa court. When I went to court the following day, the following mention, the judge told me, hey, tumesikia umeandika barua hiyo kesi itaisha, lakini utapata compensation. Lakini kuna huyu jamaa amepatiwa, huyu prosecutor amepatiwa do nyingi, hata yacha hivi. Normally case kama hii ambayo ina evidence usijali. If anything, they don't even have receipts. The judge told me to my face, they don't even have receipts of those things they allege that you have stolen. Those things seems they've never existed. The judge, that's true. Those things never existed. And these are construction equipment they're saying I have stolen. These are clients. Why isn't it the contractor complaining that I've stolen his equipment? So the tone change. They say, okay, listen, we'll start the case now. Investigations are completed. That's when they started playing games, saying, oh, you know, witnesses are not appearing in court. Witnesses are not appearing in court. Meanwhile, I cannot work in this country because I need a work permit to work, and a work permit is stuck on a passport. They are holding on to my passport, meaning I cannot work. If I cannot work, I cannot provide for myself. So they're ensuring I can't even raise legal fees. I can't afford a lawyer. I can't afford a house. I can't afford feeding myself. Right now, my sister has taken care of me. My friends have taken care of me. Everybody has sorted me out. Kila mtu amefika mwisho wake. And I feel really bad. It's so bad. The other day, I worked somewhere. This guy knows I'm a foreigner. End of the month, second month, akanipigia chenga na salary yangu akiniambia nenda uendako. I know you cannot go anywhere. In fact, I know you're working here illegally. If you come here demanding for your money, I'll call immigration on you. So I'm in a tight spot. All I'm asking for is not too much. Right now, these guys are corrupted the court in Tanzania. Tanzania is not a bad country, but they are very anti-Kenyan. So if the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nairobi can just tell the embassy in Dar, Skizeni, Historo, just come, be observers. These guys will just become scared. There's a big brother watching. And all of a sudden, everyone will just run away and I'll be free to live my life. The magistrate has told me, you will win this case and we'll give you good compensation. I mean, I'm talking good is almost 50 million Kenya shillings. But I don't know if I can get to that place. I feel like I'll commit suicide at any point right now. So bro, mimi naomba. Nimekutumia hizo zingine, evidence of everything you need, even videos, anything you need. I just need to get the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Nairobi attention. Wawambie embassy in Dar, please pay attention. Attend court so that these guys don't start changing evidence. Attend court. If anything, if guys can raise money to help me pay for a lawyer to go there, because right now it's like the person who put surety for me, and I say my title deed has been held up in this case for the past 8 months. Nataka kujitoa. Meanwhile, my baby passed away. I'm losing stuff, bro. That's all. That's it.